have I done? So this LS swap has really put a damper on things as far as cleaning up in here. I've made a little bit of a mess, as you can see. It's just kind of stuff everywhere. I cleaned out most of my gym stuff. I need to rearrange this thing. I need to put stuff in places where it's better used. I'm not sure exactly how to do that so far. I mean, what do you guys think? Where should I put this stuff? I'm pretty sure that this shelf system here should go somewhere down there, somewhere in that area. That way I got this open in the front, because this right here gets in the way every single time I'm trying to pull in a truck or open the doors or something like that. That's where it ends up. So these bikes are kind of in the way too, but I think they're good where they're at. I don't know where to start with this. Should I leave the toolboxes here? The pegboards, I think, pretty sure I'm going to leave there. I might leave the toolboxes here. Bring that one over here. I don't know. I got some bolt boxes. I'll probably hang up over here somewhere. But then where do I put that? And I probably want to move this too. I don't even know where to start. I forgot to mark this off. Yep. Still waiting on whatever this is so I can get to that. Man, I just don't know. And I got all this stuff to put on. More on that later, but oh yeah, some of you are asking about the RC cars. The batteries are fried on these suckers right now. I can't use them. So you can tell some of the steering components are less than satisfactory. I actually have a steering knuckle for that low center of gravity one in the box over there somewhere, but the batteries are just toast. There's no point in putting it on. I got an Earl body style cover for it. A Bronco. It's supposed to be a VW bug of some sort. Wife's Jeep, which I did a flake on the inside and it's just flaking off. And then the regular Traxxas bodies, and this one over here was one that my dad built long ago, and I just keep it around. The frame for that is long gone. I just need to move things around and figure stuff out. I guess the only way to go about it right now is just start picking up all the tools, putting away the tools, and then see what we got left. Scooter was here. Always leaving his crap. All right, so I'm just gonna start putting all this stuff away and go from there, I guess. What do we got? Curtains. Go ahead and dump that in the parking box. Get rid of this one. Throw this box away. I gotta find out where I'm gonna hang this. I wanted to hang this up somewhere. There's just so many choices. I don't know where to start. We'll tackle that one later too. You know, that's how you get things done. Is you keep putting stuff off, then eventually get to where you need to be. Got a fuel pressure gauge for a fuel rail, because it takes a little bit to crank up Oscar, so trying to see if maybe the fuel's bleeding back down. I think that C5 fuel pressure regulator that we put on doesn't have a check valve, and so it just runs back into the tank. But that's what we're going to see with this guy. For right now, we are putting this in a drawer. Alright, I need to just take it out and hang it up. Maybe I need some more pegboards. Maybe that's what I need. More pegboards. Hang things on. I got a lot of new parts that I'm not quite using yet that I could just hang on stuff. Maybe just put a bunch of screws in everywhere. I also have a bunch of the OSB panels, like the one behind me, right there that's on the wall that I could put up, and then I could just put a bunch of screws in and call it a pegboard for now. Maybe that's what I'll do. Went and looked at one of those U.S. General boxes, the stacker. Figured it's Harbor Freight, it's gotta be cheap, right? Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, it's cheaper than like Snap-on or Matco or something along those lines, but it is far from cheap. Okay, put this guy in a drawer. I'm also taking up a lot of drawer space with this kind of stuff when it could go on shelves like that, but all those shelves are full of all that crap. So another shelf like that one over there. Probably help out with this too, but I don't want to spend any money on those. I'm in just kind of a pickle these days with trying to figure out what I want to do. I just can't make up my mind. I probably mentioned this before. One thing I miss with doing this and working is that I always worked with music. I love listening to music while I'm working. Really just a cathartic. However, with YouTube, because of all the copyright and everything else, I can't listen to music that I want to listen to. I have to listen to non-copyright or commercial music, which is basically just like hold music for the phone. That ain't fun. But woo! Maybe it's good to work in silence. But every time I hit that time lapse, the music's playing. You just can't hear it. You hear your own music, the commercial stuff. Also, one thing that I've learned over the years of putting things away is that try not to get distracted with what you're doing. Stick with one task. If I'm going to clean this toolbox, I stay here and I clean this toolbox. I don't go over there, realize there's some stuff, move that one, walk over on that side, pick some stuff up, move it over there. That takes forever to get organized. I tackle one thing at a time and I move on, and it really helps the process. Gets me where I need to go, I think, at a faster rate, as well as it's more organized. Maybe. Brackets and bolts and brackets. More bolts and brackets and things. Went and bought some more Harbor Freight gear wrenches. Well, I guess they're called Pittsburgh Pro. They used to be gear wrench. But anyways, these things are like 25 bucks. And I've had another set of these. I bought these to replace all my Snap-on and the Matco ones that are all, the teeth are all broke off on. The other set I had, these paints pretty much wore off of them. But these have lasted me like 15 years. They still work great. So I went and bought some more for 25 bucks. They're going to replace all my really expensive crap. This is my little setup here. How did that get in there? Anyways, so it's pretty dirty right now. The dust blows in here all the time. But basically got all of my wobblies on this side over here, straight sockets over here in the center, and these are all my half-inch guide. And then I got all my gear wrenches. So metric on the right, standard on the left. Got that temp gauge for Earl I still need to put in. Maybe that's something we'll do at the end of this video? Probably not. Alright, so this one has lasted me quite some time, and this one I got from Snap-on. It is a gear wrench, but it's a flex gear wrench. It lasted for quite some time, like I said, but now it's starting to skip teeth and break, so that one's going to go in the dusty drawer. See, like, everything in here is so dirty. It has nothing to do with that burnout that I did. Like, this one doesn't even catch anymore. That poor guy. Half-inch. Need to get some larger ones for these up here. It'll do for now. If you don't have one of these, this little guy I got from Matco, 8mm, it's angled. This thing is perfect for header bolts. Manifold bolts, anything that's a 8mm works really well. You should look into getting one of those. Alright, all these guys can go in the dust drawer. This guy's trash. Just bolts on top of bolts on top of bolts. Spare. This one was actually loaned to me by a friend, Anthony. And give it back so he can start his LS project, which maybe will feature on the channel as well. He's got a square body that he cut down into a short bed. A really clean cut down. He's going to be throwing an LS in it. So it's going to be a cool truck. Plugs and adapters everywhere. I think I got a good idea of what I want to do. I'm going to put that toolbox back over here, move all this stuff out of the way. I think then I want to do that shelf, this one here, move that next to the toolbox here, and then do this next to that there. That way it frees up this entire wall all the way down, other than the bikes up there, which isn't really a concern. I think that's what I'll go with. And then there'll just be engines and transmissions back here, which I'm going to try and get rid of most of them. Like this 250 goes somewhere else. 4L60 I'll probably never use, get rid of that. And then there's that 454 out there that needs rebuilt, but in this rock crusher, which was going to use in Rusty, but Rusty has the low floor in it, and so we'd have to cut out a bunch of the floor to put it in there, so that's a no-go. But yeah, I think that's what I'll go with. Toolbox there, shelf next to it, bench next to that. Let's do it. Made the executive decision, put the toolbox down there, and shelf, and then bench. I don't know what I'm going to do with this spot right here. Maybe I'll just push a fan over there or something. But that way seems to suit me better. Since most of the time that rolling toolbox or the roll top is going to be out and about around here somewhere. Figured better over there than leaving space open on this side. So that's all done. Now I gotta figure out all of that business. Still got all of this to contend with. Most of this I'm gonna try and get rid of and put in the garage. All this oil and everything else is gonna go back on the shelves up there. And we're just about through. It's not too bad. We've got harnesses and transmissions and engines and all that business over there. And I guess we'll just start cleaning it up. so the next thing I'm looking to do, since we got all this pretty much cleared out and all that set up over there, ish, kind of ish, is I want to hang up these bolt boxes here, these guys, and I think I'm going to do that right over here on this wall. And because I don't really want to hang anything over here, I got some bar stools and a high top table that are going to go here, and I don't want to put anything there that kind of fill this entire wall up. So I think I'm going to take those and put them right there. Done. Figured it out. Shelf install. And now I need to move all that stuff that I don't want over there over to this wall. I want to put up a bunch of screws too. The way I can hang all those new parts, and I'll maybe get a pegboard at some point or something. We're turning the corner on this, so we're doing pretty good. There's only a whole lot to do left. Cleared out. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to sweep up all this crap on the floor. Put some stuff away in the corners, and now pressure wash the floor to get some of the oil stains up. Somebody said that you can take one of those weed torches and run it over the top of an oil stain, and that takes the oil stain out of the concrete. I've seen what happens when you put a torch on concrete. Concrete explodes, pops, and breaks apart. So I don't think I'll be trying that anytime soon, but it looks pretty cool on TikTok. Pretty clean. Well, it's all cleaned up and straightened out. The only thing I got left is to clean out the bench over there, but I'm not worried about that because I got a lot of parts on there that I need to put on things. But it's all cleared out on either side. I got so much room for activities. Can work on both sides of the truck without any issues now. Especially this side. I used to not be able to even get over here to open this door. Now we can open it all the way up. Thank you for joining me. This wasn't really one of our regular episodes, but I figured you'd get a kick out of me trying to clean this thing up and straighten it around in 120 degrees. You might notice that not Mint is back in here. That's for good reason. Real good reason. Anyways, so we'll see you on the next episode. Make sure you tune in, you like, comment, and subscribe. Till then, have fun.